How to get someone to act, make their brain believe that they need to. Using certain psychological tricks, you can impact their conscious or unconscious decision. And in this video, we will explore 8 psychological tricks that can help you write better ads. The bandwagon effect. It can be observed even in everyday life. The bandwagon effect is a psychological phenomenon in which people tend to adopt certain behaviors, beliefs, or opinions because many others are doing the same. Simply put, I do this because everyone is doing it. Few factors are at play here: social pressure, perceived popularity, and cognitive ease. We don't like to make decisions and we want to be liked. Here's an ad from LL Bean Shop. It's an okay ad, but can be spiced with a phrase like loved by men around the world or popular choice in US. Sometimes even a small change or a small phrase can make a big difference. People are overwhelmed with choices. Help them make a decision by implying that your product is used, liked, or purchased by many others. Scarcity. The scarcity effect is the psychological principle that items, opportunities, or experiences that are perceived as scarce or limited are often seen as more valuable or desirable. When something is in short supply or is perceived to be in high demand with limited availability, people tend to assign a higher value to it and are more motivated to acquire it. Scarcity is probably one of the most used marketing tactics, and you should use it for search ads as well. In this ad, a promo extension is used to communicate the deal. It does not say directly that something is limited, but the sale itself implies that. All sales have to come to an end sometimes. But DSW.com could have used the countdown timer to specify exactly how many days left until the sale ends. Social proof. Very similar to bandwagon effect, this principle suggests that people look to the actions and behaviors of others to determine the appropriate course of action. If people aren't sure about a decision or action, they would look at what others are doing. The idea behind social proof is that if many people are doing something or believe in something, it must be correct or beneficial. I don't think I will surprise anyone with social proof, as it is used almost everywhere or in marketing, especially on landing pages. Just don't forget to use it in the ads as well, like DSW did, or how Policy Genius did it in this ad. Presume it was using a quote from a customer. It can even be a fake quote. There's no way to tell, but it can affect your ad clicks. Commitment and consistency. Moving on to a lesser known commitment and consistency principle. It's a psychological concept that describes a person's innate desire to be consistent with their past actions, statements, or decisions. It is believed that once a person makes a commitment, especially if it's a public one, they are more likely to follow through. That's why if you make a New Year's resolution to go to the gym in front of many of your friends, you are more likely to do it. What we're looking for here is one of the underlying points: initial commitment. Once a person makes a small step or action, they are more likely to continue in that direction. Look at several ads from search email software. The first ad, using site links, offers a free 14-day trial. This is also part of the initial commitment. The second ad for MailChimp could use that principle by offering a free sign-up. I mean, they do have a free plan. Think of a small action a user can take on your website and communicate that in the ad. Loss aversion. The loss aversion comes from behavioral economics and cognitive psychology, which describes the human tendency to prefer avoiding losses over acquiring equivalent gains. Simply, losing something is bigger displeasure than gaining something of equal value. Basically, the gains have to be a lot bigger to outweigh the displeasure of a loss. When people buy something, they spend money, they lose it. Counteract that feeling with money back guarantee, or in Can Trek instance, 90+ days return policy. Emotional appeal. We're human, and being emotional is what we do. The emotional appeal principle refers to the use of emotions in persuasive communication. Use emotions rather than logical arguments or statements to persuade or influence an audience. Emotions register better with our brains. Change your ad text to reflect that. Look at what Viva Aya did here. Instead of describing the features of the product, they appeal to emotions of how it feels walking in their shoes. The bizarreness effect. Have you noticed that something that stands out and draws your attention? This phenomenon, where bizarre, unusual, or atypical information is better remembered than ordinary information, is called the bizarreness effect. It is based on the idea that strange or odd events or details stand out more in our memories because they deviate from the norm and are therefore more memorable. Look at this first ad. Regular ad, flights from New York. But what if you add a text that is a bit different from the rest of the ads? Adding wow might be something that other sellers won't do. It is also something you would not expect to see, so it might increase the click-through. You can play around with different text. For example, use this text from the Superman movie, as far as I know. But I do have to warn you not to take it too far. If you work for a company, make sure legal or other departments sign off on this. If you're a small business, you can be more edgy. The rhyme as a reason is a cognitive bias where statements that rhyme are often perceived as more truthful or persuasive than those that don't. The idea is that rhyming makes the statement more memorable, fluid, and aesthetically pleasing, leading individuals to unconsciously attribute higher accuracy or credibility to it. Remember the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Well, it kind of seems like it's 100% true, but actually eating or diets in general are a bit more complicated than that. I don't have to tell you that it's easier said than done. Can we make this ad from Timberland rhyme? How about this? Yes, I know, it's kind of lame, but it can work and you should test it. You can also ask ChatGPT for help. I took this text from the ad and asked it to create a rhyme. And this is what he got. Shop boots and shoes, take a stroll, Timberlands for the bold. Experience comfort, old to new, latest April waiting for you. We have to admit that's pretty good. I don't have to tell you that you have to test all of these. You don't know how many times small changes in ads affected click-through rates and increased clicks for me. This works even better if you haven't changed your ads in a while. Be bold and disrupt your ads and learn from it. As always, pleasure having you here. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button and I will see you next week.